think people have started realizing that what Mr. Modi claimed and what he offered is not going to get materialized. He won't be able to deliver. That sense of realization is getting developed among masses, is my feeling. I won't claim that I will travel much, but I've been to Tamil Nadu for a while, to Assam for a couple of occasions, traveling to various parts of Gujarat. I'll be going to Karnataka, Maharashtra, everywhere. So people are really frustrated, and the way Rahul Ji and India Alliance have been able to come up with a very positive, progressive, proactive blueprint in the form of manifesto as to what will they do if we come to power is catching people's imagination. And I think people also started that Modi's content is now a little boring. It's the same.
So
reputation.
fatigue.
There is a fatigue. There is a fatigue that I see. And see, and then there is a fatigue. But if you don't have your own positive agenda, then it doesn't work out. While countering to RSS and BJP, you have to have your agenda. So 30 lakh job, legal guarantee of MSP, 1 lakh to the woman head in each family. So all these is really clicking among people. And even if you go by the CSD survey, inflation and unemployment, they are the biggest issue. If I'm in a position, obviously I'll be countering the ruling party. But the ground on which they should be countering is not sustainable. I think we have a very good manifesto. The accumulation of wealth in few hands is most evident. And even the caste census we talk about is primarily bent, in my humble view. So if we get to know what is the actual population of OBC, tribals and Dalit, then we can also get to know how many tenders and contract and mining leases and land these people are possessing. So distribution of wealth, distribution of resources, which is vital to ensure that we become a socialist republic. So that's what we are talking about. And they're talking that we want to give everything to Muslims and this kind of typical communal, typical type rhetoric is not going well amongst masses. There are lots of lakhs and lakhs of people who fancy it, and they will also start realizing when the elections are there, he'll talk only about Mandir Masjid, Hindu Muslim, Bharat, Pakistan. He doesn't talk about how many jobs he created. What is his vision to revive the small and medium industries? How he want to support the entrepreneurs? How he will actually double the income of the farmers? Why is not being able to fill the vacant government post? How will he ensure social justice to the OBCs and tribals and DNPs and women and Dalits? He's not talking about any such. Yeah, Rahul ji, Priyanka ji, Kharge ji, me, all the star campaigners, everybody is talking about. In fact, now I've started, I would love to share it with the viewers. That now I've turned these promises of the manifesto into slogans.
Okay.
How many jobs we will be creating? The government will say 30 lakh. Okay. So that it gets engraved in their memory.
So you ask to the market.
Yeah. Okay. So all of them will, they will be making video clips of it, will get circulated to the WhatsApp network. We're also preparing overall videos. It is going to the social media. We're using it in public rallies. We today, after an hour and a half, I have a training session of the booth workers in my constituency. So that is the prime agenda. This is what we stand for. This is what our manifesto is. While we are responding to what Modi, BJP and RS is doing, we have to explain to the people that this is what we stand for. So this much of jobs we will be creating.
So efforts are being taken to take
absolutely. See, if the blueprint, if the manifesto is great, doesn't go to masses, then it is of not much value. Otherwise, it will depend among the national debate. It will depend within the journalists and just few enlightened people. That's all. So taking masses, taking our manifesto to the masses is definitely the agenda. The way he has dealt with women, if you see the case of the athlete girls, they had to protest in Delhi streets for more than 100 days, demanding registration of FI with regard to what they are subjected to the sexual assault I'm talking about. The case of Manipur. Here in Gujarat, they released the rapist to Bilkis Banu. So this I don't think is going well among the woman segment, and the youth is really frustrated. We have 60-65% people who is below the age of 35-40. You ask any youth in any part of India, except few bucks, everybody will say we want employment, we want jobs. So where are the jobs? There are no jobs.
So inflation
and he has stopped even talking about it. Prime Minister of India is just not bothering about the unemployment. He is not ready to utter a word. He claimed that he will be giving 2 crore jobs. By that logic, by now he should be able to generate 20 crore jobs. As per the Center for Monitoring Indian Economy, and I hope I'm not quoting them wrong, in fact, actually some 5-6 crore people lost their jobs in COVID and because of the GST
Last
and
4
not
years.
last few years. And there is no rocket science. In filling the vacant government post, there is no rocket science. You can't do it overnight. Do it within the span of 5 years. You revive the small and medium scale industries. You take the minimum wages to 400 rupees as we proposed in our manifesto. You implement Mantrika properly. You provide cash credit, marketing tools, other technological assistance to the micro businesses. You talk to entrepreneurs. What do they want? If you do land reforms, if you allocate land to the landless people, as there is a policy in revenue laws of granting land to the landless people, like suppose some 20 lakh acres of land is allotted, it is there, we can allocate it. And we have promised in our manifesto, then lots of people from the Dalit, Adivasi tribal community will get land, so they will again get the survival tools. All these efforts can be made to generate employment. He just doesn't talk about it. Yeah, the way South India has responded and the feedback is, they also must be getting a lot of feedback from this RSS Karyakartas, their foot soldiers even from the IB. Things are not going in their favor. I don't do any wishful thinking, but in the first phase, they have lost it badly. This bravado of getting 26 out of 26 in Gujarat, 400 nationally, it is punctual. But I have no doubt about that. I have no doubt about
But the campaign.
RSS people wrote, Dr. Ambedkar presented the constitution in the Constituent Assembly, and 3 days after that, organizer is written categorically, we don't want Ambedkar's constitution. We want it to be replaced with Manusmriti. Lots of people, Anand Kumar Hegde claimed that we are here to change the constitution. Many people from RSS have written and talked about it. So I have a genuine apprehension that they will be definitely distorting our social fabric even further. They will be definitely tampering and distorting Indian constitution, and situation is going to be very difficult. It's a dangerous situation. Educated people, a lot of liberal, progressive-minded people, people from the OBC, Adivasi and tribal community, Muslims, all of them have been constantly talking that there is systematic attack on our democratic institutions, on our constitution. So
they are coming together.
Yeah. Even in Gujarat, right now we are in Banaskantha, in Palanpur. See the support Gyanibin Thakur is getting is incredible. I think we are clinching this seat. I was in Gyanibin's constituency today. We had a Dalit mobilization of some 4,000 people. We all of them together took pledges in the name of Ambedkar that they will never put their feet inside any RSS shaka. They will never cast their vote in favor of BJP. They took oath in the name of Ambedkar in constitution. Not this time. Not this time, 110%.
Where do you see the fight?
In Banaskantha, in Anand, in Valsad, in Junagadh, now even in Rajkot, because of the Kshatriya factor, the kind of language Purushottam Rupala has used against the woman. I would not say against the Kshatriya woman. There's nasty thing that is obnoxious things he said against the woman at large, I would say. So that has not gone well amongst not just the Kshatriya community. I am offended. So that factor is also there. Of course, as I said, the inflation and unemployment. So all this is we are really doing. Honestly speaking, in the last parliament election,
Assembly election.
Yeah, of course, there is no doubt that in assembly chiefs came down and we came down to just 17. It was 77 and came down to 7. So there is a huge setback. There is no doubt. A lot of people quit also party, but the moment it has shifted. I will not claim it at this moment that much. It will be like making too big claims, but definitely the fight is on. The game is on in Patan, Banaskantha, Anand, all these seats. Even in the tribal pockets, Valsad we are doing it. Alliance partner, Aam Aadmi Party is also doing good in Bharuch. Congress Party's own internal survey has suggested that there are people who are buying it, and obviously OBC and Dalits and tribals will find it appealing because we don't want to keep it confined just to getting the actual number. After getting the actual number, we really want to go for the distribution of assets. Because if you know what is the population of tribals and Dalits and OBC, then what? then what is the next step? Like suppose we know like in the contract of airport or in the contracts of port or even the mining leases, you would find nobody from the Dalit community, nobody from the DNT, nobody from the OBC, nobody from the tribals. Suppose we have this data, then what? So all these contracts and tenders and mining leases and the land and the wealth of this country should be distributed, it should not remain confined just to 15%. Historically, because of the caste system, the way it is evolved, it is the upper caste, upper class combination which is the sole arbiter of the nation. It has been like this generally for the last 2,000 years. But now we have a democracy, we have a modern constitution. It's it's a silent revolution that is happening, which BJP wants to reverse. Whatever has happened in the last 10 years, in my view, is counter-revolution. So they want to reverse everything. We want to reverse what they have reversed. So the accumulation in few hands should get decentralized. Right? We need industries, we need to prosper economically, but we need such factories, such private companies, it doesn't cause any damage to ecology or environment. It gives decent wages to the workers. Let the industries flourish. But this, Mr. Gautam Adani was worth some 26,000 crores in 2003. Now he is some 7,46,000 crores. So this is obscene accumulation. Marx once beautifully articulated, capital is nothing but dead labor. So it is somebody's labor. And, capital, assets, property getting accumulated in few hands is against our idea of India. It is against our preamble of Indian Constitution. India alliance is there. Why? Hero worship in politics is not good. Ambedkar has cautioned us. That we have India alliance, we will collectively decide. See, if I become the Prime Minister of India, but if I am not distributing land to the landless people, if I don't care about reviving the small and medium scale industries, if I am not concerned about the Manreka, if I don't fill up the vacant jobs, the vacant government posts, then what is the point? Let X or Y or Z be the Prime Minister of India and execute our manifesto. So our focusing is in creating a better society in New India.